Are you being reactive or are you being responsive? I ask that question because oftentimes I encounter parents that they overly react, minimally respond to situations that they find themselves in. My name is Taharka Sankara. I'm a clinical alcohol and drug counselor, and I'm licensed as a clinical social worker. I'm also certified in trauma-focused cognitive behavior therapy. Now, this is a critical point that most parents, and they really don't understand it, of how much of an impact and a difference it makes in your parenting style. So when people react to a situation, they usually waiting for something to happen and they just react to it. They blurt out something, they splash out, they may physically do something to the child, they may smack them in their mouth just to correct the behavior. Now that's being reactive. You don't give yourself an opportunity to process what just happened. It's usually when the emotion starts to rise, you feel your temperature rise, that tension, you feel heated, and it's just like, oh, and you just go, right? And you say something that usually may end up hurting your child's feelings. You may end up actually physically hurting your child in some type of way, but it just doesn't do what needs to be done in order to build a proper relationship with your child. But on the other hand, there's responsiveness, where you actually reflect on the behavior, you reflect on the attitude that's being displayed, and you respond to it. You think about it, you process it out, and you identify an effective way, an effective strategy in how to actually address it. I usually recommend to parents that when your child does something that is inappropriate, your child does something that you don't quite agree with, approve of, or you accept, give yourself some time. Give yourself at least 24 hours before you address it. You may think, oh, that's being too passive. You want to address it now. It happened now. I want to address it now. Back in the day, it's like, parent, you act about here, you started it here, we're gonna finish it here, right? So you in the store, your parent, you start acting out, crying, they're gonna address it right there on the spot. They're gonna embarrass you, they're gonna belittle you, they may say things that are disrespectful. Now that's reactive. But when you're responsive, you wanna give yourself a chance to teach your child the best lesson possible so that they could actually change the behavior. Because what happens when you react, your child doesn't really get to learn a lesson. They're just now dealing with the stress, the frustration that you're displaying and demonstrating towards them. And it's hard to really, because now they're just dealing with the moment. They're dealing with that situation that's created. But when you give yourself an opportunity to respond, you allow to actually deal with the focus on what's at hand. You get down to the matter, you get down to the root of what's going on so that your child can actually correct it and improve their behavior functioning. You may not agree with it, or you may not, you may have some things you want to challenge that with, but just think about that. Like, are you being reactive or are you being responsive? Give yourself time to address a matter rather than feeling you have to address everything and react to things like immediately. Some things can wait for a later point in time. And again, you want to be able to connect with your child before you start to correct your child, right? Connection before correction. And this is where reaction versus responsiveness comes in. So try it out, see how it works. You could bring it up, you could present it. There's an opportunity for you to join me in our next gen parenting group, where we could discuss some of these matters further. You could explain some of your situation, why you may agree or not agree with how you may handle situations when they arise. And that may be also due to some of our training, right? Some of our learning, how we grew up, and we tend to just do the same things that was done to us. But a lot of times, some of the things that was done to us may not be the best thing. So we don't want to continue to perpetuate things into future generations when we have an opportunity to correct them and change them. So join the Next Gen Parenting Group, where you can have an opportunity to grow a little bit, learn some things, increase your knowledge, identify some tools that can be helpful with you on your parenting journey. And again, this is a virtual village where you get a chance to utilize the information, the perspectives from other parents, other adults in similar situations, and create some new opportunities for yourself on your parenting journey. So join the Next Gen Parenting Group. I look forward to speaking with you soon.